Hello everyone, I am from NRI Mitra. NRI Mitra is a platform for NRIs to discuss tax related investment related issues. In this video today we are going to discuss most of the queries related to banking for NRIs. Now banking is one of the key issues for NRIs in terms of opening of the bank account, managing different accounts and also remittances. As if you are an NRI, you must be aware about the types of accounts to be opened for NRIs in India. One is NRO account and another is NRE account. Now, NRO account is an account for which is opened by converting your resident account to NRO account. Now, that is required to be opened the moment you move outside India. And many people have questioned that when this needs to be done, this conversion. See, ideally you need to do before you move outside India as per the regulation, but many people don't do it. But then there are no hard and fast penalties. However, one need to understand that it is compulsory, or it is as per the law you need to create that or open that account from your resident bank account to NRO account. Now another account is the NRE account, which is a fully repatriable account. Whatever you send from outside India to India can be deposited in NRE account, and it is not taxable at all. You can directly send your outside India money to NRO account. However, the money lying in NRO account cannot be repatriated back to outside India except in some situation where you need to get approval. So one need to understand that NRO is for your income which is generated in India. You can get your outside money in NRO account, but it is fully taxable and you cannot repatriate that money outside India. NRE account, you can get your money from outside India, it is fully exempt, there is no taxation, and you can send your money back outside India because it is a fully repatriable account. Now let's discuss some of the queries of NRIs in terms of the various issues. The first is when NRE and NRO account need to be opened. As I mentioned, the ideal situation is that it is mandatory to open NRO, convert your resident bank account to NRO account the moment you move outside India. However, I have seen a lot of people forget, and then later on they realize that there are issues in terms of filing your tax return. While filing your tax return, there are issues if some loan is going on from your resident bank account. Because so all this, to resolve all these issues, it is always better to open a bank account or convert your resident bank account to NRO account. Please note that the NRE account is not mandatory. However, it is always recommended that if you are sending money from outside India to India, it is always recommended to open a NRE account. The second is what to do with the resident bank account. As I mentioned, you need to convert your resident bank account to your NRO account the moment you become NRI, and you cannot continue with this resident bank account any of your bank accounts. All your bank account needs to be converted into NRO account with proper documentation, because when you open a resident convert this bank account, bank will ask a lot of documentation, your visa, your address in a overseas country, and many other things. So that KYC will change, and you need to change that KYC across all your account. When NRO account, we already discussed when an NRO account needs to be opened. What to do with loans in India before I move on? If you have a loan in your resident bank account, you need to inform your bank, your agent, your authorized person that you have loans and you are moving abroad. So he will change your installment standing instruction. It can be from NRO account, or it can be from NRE account, or you can transfer your fund from NRE to NRO. So you need to inform the bank before you do that, because then the bank will change the status of your loan of your standing instructions. Loan account installment can also be paid from NRE account. NRE account you can open with the zero amount NRE account, and then the moment you send money from outside India, you can maintain the balance. Please note that you cannot transfer your money from NRO to NRE, but from NRE to NRO transfer is possible. Another question is, whose obligation is to open to maintain the KYC update? Suppose you become NRI and subsequently you become resident in India. It is your obligation to update the bank about your NRI status. Bank is not going to track that where you are, whether NRI resident. Please note that if you are not updating the bank about your status, you are running out of risk. Most mainly in the cases where you are NRI and subsequently become resident, you are not informing bank about your residential status, and in that case, whatever amount you are deposited or in the NRE account can be fully taxable, and there can be penalties also. So it is very important to update the bank about your overall status, even if you are changing from one country to another country, because the KYC will be updated. What if you return back to India? If you return back to India, as I mentioned, you need to again change your status and update the bank about it. Hope you like this video, and we'll come back with the more videos on NRI related issues.